Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am also Magidala Abdul Latif, and this is my reflection on our discussion on John Locke's essay concerning human understanding. So I have here listed all the points that I would give an emphasis on in regards with um, con John Locke's essay concerning human understanding. First is our discussion on the death of innate ideas. Okay, so before the rationalists believed that there are innate ideas, wherein when we born as a human being, for example, there are already knowledge that is stamped upon us. Like for example, when a child has that cognitive ability, for example, there are certain ideas and knowledge that are innate to them. But John Locke believes that there are no such thing as innate ideas, because if innate ideas are real, for example, or what is for example is real, then simple ideas should be known or should known by a child or an idiot, but it's not. No, kasi yung bata hindi naman niya alam yung mga complex na ideas or even simple ideas, hindi niya yan madali na alam. And yung mga idiots, for example, na I would not give an emphasis on idiots, but alam naman natin kung ano yung mga idiots. So, but yung mga idiots na ito, hindi nila alam yung mga knowledge. Wala silang simple or complex na knowledge na meron sila, for example. So, that's already um, an testament, for example, na talagang walang innate idea. Kasi nga, pati yung mga, kung ganun dapat, may alam ng mga bata, for example, sa mga idiots yung mga knowledge. But hindi nga nila alam. So, doon pumasok yung idea ni John Locke na tabula rasa. So, when we say tabula rasa, it means blank slate or wala. It's blank, no? It's just like an sheet, for example, or for example, a yellow pad or a white pad, for example, na walang laman. Ganon yung visualization ng tabula rasa. It's blank, no? Walang nag-exist doon. So, yung idea ni John Locke na tabula rasa, yun nga, wala. When we are born here in the world, there is no innate ideas. It's all blank, wala. So for us to be able to write something on that blank sheet, for example, or that blank pad, for example, it requires us to acquire knowledge first. So dito sinabi ni um, John Locke na all materials of reason and knowledge come from one source, which is experience, 'di ba? Kaya nga si John Locke is an empiricist because empiricism gives an emphasis on experience rather than theoretical ideas or knowledge, for example. So, um, John Locke divided the experience into two. What are those? First is the sensation, second is the reflection. No, during our discussion, last meeting, I had an oral recitation, no, na nag-recite ako about the sensation and about the reflection, or why is it important to have and reflection, for example. So ano nga ba yung sensation? So when we say sensation, these are our senses. First is our hearing, second is our touching, third is our taste, our sensory, for example, and so on and so forth. Yan yung mga sensation natin. So, experience, of course, is through sensation. Paano? For example, when I see, that is already an experience. When I touch something, for example, that is an experience. When I hear something, that's an experience already. So, yun yung sensation. And reflection is when we, for example, compile all those ideas or those knowledge na nakuha natin through our sensation or sensory devices, for example, yun yung reflection when we compile those mga knowledge na learn natin through experience. And through that reflection, of course, na na-compile niyo yung mga idea na yan, it will also become a memory, no? So for us to be able to remember something, we need the reflection. So I will give you an example of this sensation and reflection. So for example, nakita mo yung apple. So the first thing that you will notice from an apple through your sensory sensation, for example, or through your vision, nakita mo na yung apple na yan is color red. So through your touch, for example, hinawakan mo yung apple na ano mo siya na it's soft. Then kinain mo yung apple through your taste, nalasahan mo na yung apple is sweet. So yung sensation mo na compile niya yan. Nakita niya na red, nahawakan niya na smooth, na taste niya na it's sweet. So anong trabaho ni reflection? Of course, reflection would compile those information. No, i-compile na yung mga information na yan. So magkakaroon ka na ng idea of an apple. So whether you saw an apple or not, or there is an apple in front of you or not, when we say apple, you know that an apple is red, an apple is smooth, an apple is sweet. Okay, so you have already that idea of an apple. So hindi mo na kailangan, for example, makita yung apple for you to be able to determine that thing is an apple, for example. So nakita mo na siya, nahawakan mo siya, nalasahan mo siya, so you have that idea of an apple through your sensation. Then of course, the job of our reflection is to compile this information, make memory of it, store it in your mind, for example, in your memory. And when you do, or when you hear the word apple, or the apple, for example, you already know that an apple is like this and like that. So, yun yung sensation and reflection. So, what's next? Ideas. So, for John Locke, he categorized the idea into two. First is the simple ideas, and the second is the complex ideas. So, what are these? Or the objects of our understanding are ideas. So, what the ideas were divided into two, or distincted into two, simple and complex. So, first is discuss the simple idea. For John Locke, simple ideas are those irreducible units of an object. For example, yung sa apple, ano yung simple ideas doon? Ang simple ideas doon ay that an apple is red, an apple is sweet, an apple is smooth. Those are the simple ideas of an object, and the object is apple. So what is the complex ideas? So complex ideas is the mind takes simple ideas and compounds them. Again, when I mentioned this before, that it will be compounded, it will be made complex through reflection, of course. So when you combine those simple ideas, it makes a complex idea. So, ang simple idea doon is red is an apple, smooth and sweet. Yun yung mga simple ideas. When you combine this all, it turns into a complex idea which is an apple. So, ganon yung distinction ni John Locke ng simple idea and complex idea. Now, let's move on to the primary versus secondary qualities. So Locke draws a crucial distinction between how things are and how they appear. First is the primary qualities. These are inherent to the object. So what are the primary qualities? Those are, for example, inherent to the object. Ano yung mga inherent to the object? That cannot be removed, cannot be reduced. First is the shape of an object, the taste of an object, for example, the number of an object, and etc. Those are the primary qualities of an object. So, what is the secondary qualities? The powers in the object to produce sensation in us. So, the color, the sound, and the taste. Those are okay. I want to give emphasis on this because I made a wrong explanation rather. So primary qualities again is inherent to the object. Ano 'yon? Yung numbers, yung extension, yung shape, yung motion, those are inherent to the object. And what are the second qualities? Those that we can, those that object produces. So the sensation, that is what an object produces. The shape, the taste, the color, and the what do you call this, the surface, for example, the texture rather. Yun yung ano ng secondary qualities. So primary qualities as those inherent to the object. For example, yung ano ng object, yung motion, the extension, and again, the shape of an object. Then yung sa ano naman, yung sa secondary qualities naman, yun yung ano yung na-produce na sensation ng object na yon. The color, the color, the sound, and the taste. So next one is the personal identity and consciousness. So Lack famously locates personal identity in the continuity of consciousness and memory rather than in the soul or body. So which means that the personal identity continues or it persists through the consciousness of the memory or a consciousness and memory of a person rather than on the soul or the body. So this makes the self an active and relocated entity. You are who you remember. So for example, ito kasi yan, for example, yung kung ano yung na-remember mo, yun yung personal identity mo. Yun yung identity mo, for example. If you do not remember a certain aspect of you, a certain part of you, that is not part of you. Because you cannot remember it anymore. So what makes you a person or what makes you the you, for example, is the thing that you remember. Because when a thing when you say something that you don't remember, for example, that means that that thing, for example, or that event never happened. So it's not part of you. Okay? So what makes a person, or what makes you a you, what makes an identity to a person is the thing that they remember. Because when they cannot remember a certain event that they say, for example, that they narrate, for example, it was never part of them and it was never happened. Okay, so um I think that's the thing that I personally um learned about John Locke. Ako kasi personally, this is where my reflection goes in. Ako kasi personally, I believe that there are no things such as innate ideas, because everything should be learned through experience. Even if you learned something through theoretical or academic, for example, hindi yan siya automatically na alam mo na, no? Um, you have to experience it first for you to be able for you to be able to say that you know that. Okay? So for example, may na-learn ako sa klase, na-learn ko lang siya. I learned it from our class discussion, for example. Um, Hindi ko siya masasabi na alam ko na yon if I did not experience it personally, 'di ba? Or if nakita ko sa picture ang Boracay, for example, I know where Boracay is. I know what Boracay is, and I know what is in Boracay, for example. But if I did not experience Boracay myself personally, that means that I don't know Boracay yet. Okay? So, ay doon ko pinapasok yung caring na nangyayari sa atin eh. Kasi parang for example, if hindi mo pa na-experience yung bagay, hindi mo masasabi talaga na alam mo siya. Kasi may mga certain things doon na mismo na hindi mo, for example, alam. Kasi hindi mo nga siya na-experience, di ba? So, yun yung reflection ko sa discussion natin kay John Locke. I truly believe that for us to be able to say something for us to be able to say that we know a thing, we have to experience it first, 'di ba? So yun nga, parang very important ang experience. Siya yung, kaya tulad ng sinabi ni Sir Cal last time that experience is the best teacher. Kasi um, talagang matututunan mo yung isang bagay kung na-experience mo talaga siya. So doon ako naniniwala na tama si John Locke. Naniniwala din ako dun sa idea niya of sensation and reflection. Kasi for example, when I say, this is an example, Han. When I say turtle, if hindi ko nakita yung turtle muna, kahit marinig ko yung word na turtle, hindi ko alam kung ano yung turtle. So that's why I believe that first comes sensation before the reflection, or simple ideas before the complex ideas. Kasi kung complex ideas na diretso, wala yung simple ideas na yon. I certainly believe that hindi mo alam yung complex ideas na yon. Again, if I mention of a turtle, pero hindi mo pa nakikita yung turtle in real life, or hindi mo nga alam yung feature ng turtle, hindi mo alam yung turtle. So yun, kailangan mo muna ma-experience, kailangan mo muna mahawakan, makita, kung lalasahan mo pa yung turtle, you can. But yun nga, kailangan may simple ideas ka muna bago yung complex ideas. So, simple before complex, and sensation before reflection. So, there comes my conclusion. No, that's my conclusion already. rather. So yun lang po yung aking reflection on our discussion, on our previous discussion about John Locke's essay concerning human understanding. And thank you very much po.